So this video is to show you something called a Hyperdoc. And a Hyperdoc is just a document, usually a Google document, but right now I'm showing you as a Word document that uses hyperlinks or links to other websites to help students complete the work. So this example I created is about animal adaptations and the idea that animals are adapted to their environment. So if you scroll through, it looks like a normal worksheet you would give your students, some sort of science packet, but there's a few things that stand out. So the first is that there are hyperlinks included in here. So if you mouse over them, you can see the hyperlink and how to follow the link. This one I've already clicked on, so that's why it's purple instead of blue. But it will bring you to this website over here, Generation Genius, and it's just a resource I linked that has to do with animal adaptations. And it gives the students directions to go visit the website, watch the video, read the examples, come back and type their answers into the boxes on this page. So then it has questions. What's an adaptation? What's something you learned? What do you think was interesting? And moving on, it has some more information and then another link. So this links to Mystery Doug, which is a science YouTube channel that has some really cool videos, short videos for kids. So again, you can mouse over that blue text and see the link to YouTube. If you follow it, you can see that it brings you to the YouTube that you can see it from. Again, it has the directions for the students to go watch the video, come back and fill in the questions. So it's got some questions on it. And then the last task is using one more website. You can see the hyperlink where the kids go online and play with different animal adaptations to make their own animals, come back and then answer some questions about what they did. So this is like something you would give your students on paper, but you have the technology aspect through the Hyperdocs of going to these different websites. So I've also included QR codes so that if this page is printed and you wanted to in the classroom give this to your students, they can't click on the links in a classroom on paper, but they could scan the QR codes. And I just do QR codes by finding a random generator on the internet, screenshotting and pasting them in. I can show that in another video, but it's really simple and it lets it be a printable document as well as an online document. I want to show you quickly. I also have the same Hyperdoc set up as a Google slideshow. So some people like using Google better, some people like Word. It really doesn't matter. But again, it's just the same idea going through. It's got the links on Google. If you mouse over the links, it shows you kind of a screenshot from the video or whatever you're using. But basically how you insert a link, I'll show you the Hyperdoc for Doug, is you copy and paste the web address, and then you have two options. I'll show you on a new slide, actually. You can either just simply Control V and paste in the link, and that clicks, or you can type in any text you want. So I'm going to say watch video here. You can highlight, and if you right click, you have this link option where you can just paste the link right there, apply, and again, that does the same thing. It becomes a link. So the Hyperdocs are a great way to link resources all in one place with the questions. And when you want to assign it on your classroom, you would give the students the directions as usual. In this case, I'm explaining what a Hyperdoc is. It's like an internet scavenger hunt, basically. And then on this one, I attached both because, again, I made both, and people like different setups or different types of assignments. So in this case, they could do either one. I do have to make a copy for each student. If they can only view file, they won't be able to type in their answers, but they can just view the resources. If they can edit file, that means everyone's editing the same file. So once one student does it, it'll be there for the other students. And then make a copy for each student means each kid does their own work. So make sure you're set on that. Assign like usual. And that's all a Hyperdoc is, kind of like a web-based scavenger hunt. So hope that helps. I really like lessons in this format.